Good afternoon. It is 20 to 4 on a Wednesday afternoon, and I'm sitting in the English National Opera private members room, trying to find quiet spaces to record these videos has become my recent secret task. And I've just come from China on the Flower Path. No, really, I did. I arrived in China by virtue of the Royal Opera House. I went to see the general rehearsal for Turandot, which is an opera by Giacomo Puccini. It first premiered on the 25th of April 1926 at La Scala in Milan. I'd never seen this opera before, and I'd actually been invited to be part of it, but unfortunately it clashed with a production that I'm in right now at the E&O. Anyway, this opera is so good. That's not the greatest adjective I could use, but it's brilliant. Musically, it's stunning. It's the opera that's got the famous Nessun Dorma. I was really going to sing that line. That would have not been good. It's a very famous opera, and it's set in China. And I want to share some thoughts about what I just witnessed at the Royal Opera House. But I thought, if you don't know this story for Turandot, which, to be honest, I'm still learning about this opera because I've just seen it for the first time today. I mean, I did watch it online when I was preparing for an audition for this, but it was my first time seeing it live. So I'll read a brief synopsis from the Royal Opera House programme. The opera takes place in legendary ancient China, in Peking, Altum. The emperor is old and frail. Before dying, he would like to see his daughter, the Princess Turandot, married and prepared to rule with her husband. The cold-hearted Turandot has sworn a terrible oath. An ancestress of hers, Princess Luangling, was ravished and killed by a foreign conqueror. Recalling this terrible event, Turandot has sworn that no man shall ever possess her. Still, her many suitors are offered a chance. If one of them is capable of answering the riddles she asks, then she will marry him. If he fails, he must die. Calaf, Prince of the defeated kingdom of Tartary, incognito and exiled, falls in love with Turandot at the first glimpse of her. He is determined to face the challenges of the riddles. His old father, Timur, tries to dissuade him, and so does the slave girl Lu, secretly and hopelessly in love with him. Turandot's cynical ministers, Ping, Pang, and Pong, add their entreaties, and yet Calaf remains steadfast. The ordeal is tense. Inspired, Calaf solves Turandot's riddles and wins her hand, but he wants also to win her heart. He now gives her a chance to defeat him. She does not know his name. If she can discover his identity before dawn, he will die. Peking passes a sleepless night as Turandot uses every possible stratagem to discover the name of the unknown prince, in brackets, whom the ministers try to bribe with riches and beautiful women. When Turandot learns that Lu knows the secret, the slave girl is tortured, but she kills herself rather than betray her love. This love impresses even the icy Turandot, and when Calaf kisses her, she responds with unexpected human warmth. So Calaf puts himself in her power, telling her who he is. The next morning, as emperor, court and populace assemble to learn the fate of the bold suitor, Turandot proudly announces that she knows the foreigner's name. It is love. The ice princess has become an impassioned woman. So that's the synopsis for Turandot. And The first thing that struck me about seeing this production today was the visual beauty, I suppose, the staging, the costumes, the sense of the Orient, which is of course very appealing to me since I'm exploring Japanese theatre, kabuki, etc. So I really enjoyed the staging and the kind of silk gowns and the kind of paper lanterns. The music is stunning as well. Today's performance was conducted by Sir Antonio Pappano, who's probably the greatest living genius in music alive. And so that was a phenomenal treat. And the star singers, the principal singers were really fantastic, both in their acting and their vocal beauty. And yeah, it's just really, really, really transported me into China. And I guess there was something that, even though it's set in ancient times and kind of relates to sort of the goings on in China, the ultimate themes are universal: love, honesty, betrayal, unrequited love, and so yeah, it's was just really wonderful. So that's kind of just my off the bat reactions to this production. It's quite hard sometimes to give any insightful account straight after watching something, I think, sometimes, because often I think the brain and the soul needs to kind of go through a sort of process of filtration, and then maybe in a day or two, once it's sort of settled in, I might have some slightly more different thoughts, or kind of more developed thoughts. But I just kind of wanted to share those off the bat responses to this wonderful, wonderful opera. Anyway, going to get some food and then prepare for my show this evening, the second last performance of the Rheingold at English National Opera. Last performance is on Friday. It's all coming thick and fast, and excited for new adventures. Lots of love, and see you in the next one.